This is our Transit Custom. It is the L2H1 leader specification, and it is a refrigerated unit, 2-litre TDCI Euro 6 engine. That's 105 brake horsepower, finished in this frozen white, registered in August 21, so it's a 21 plate, and it's covered just over 30,000 miles, 30,400 to be precise. It has the advantage of a Thermo King Farmer unit on the inside, and the cooler refrigerated unit is data cold, so well respected units from the refrigerated industry. Let's take a closer look. So just moving around the vehicle, with it being the leader spec, it is the entry level, and as such gives you the absolute basic requirements. So air conditioning, electric window, central locking, the dormer isn't manually operated, but the advantage is that it is the L2 first and foremost. As mentioned, August 21 registered on a 21 plate, and it's covered 30,445 miles. But as you'd expect for the mileage and the condition, and clearly how it's been used by the previous owner, which was the pharmaceutical industry connection, it's been extremely well looked after. But there is the flexibility to convert this back to a panel van, and that's the advantage. And certainly if you're looking at this, you'll know the price point is incredibly keen. So it's, if you want to convert this back to just a normal panel van, and let me show you how you can do that. So first of all, just opening the rear doors. They will fold back to 90 degrees using these yellow hinge brackets, and it is quite windy today, so it's kind of showing its metal as to how well they hold. You see these heavy duty plastic liners here, and that's there on the rear doors and the side loading door as well, just to maintain the cooling. From the Data Cold 600, this is the fan for the cooling unit, and there you'll see we have the cold cube, which is specifically the farmer unit for use, and that has anything between 40 degrees centigrade and minus 24 degrees centigrade, and will operate without the use of the ignition as well. The cooling in the van will need to be ignition led. So you can convert this back to a normal panel van if you need to, and what that would mean is taking out the cold cube farmer units. We disconnect that, and then we disconnect from behind the driver's seat the supply to the rear for the cold and the fan. The original suppliers, Paynes of Hinckley, who put the unit together, we've spoken to them, and they've said leave the insulated walls and ceiling and floor, because there is obviously insulation behind there, and you wouldn't want to upset that. So we can take this out and leave you the space, which is in effect 1.2 meters, which is typical space between the wheel arches, between this built-in fan and this box here, and you'd have 2.65 meters from the edge of the load area to the base of the bulkhead in effect, and 1.5 meters, which is where it's at its widest, and that's beyond this built-in panel here and that built-in panel there. So it's 1.5 meters in terms of width as well, and 1.4 meters in terms of load height. So it's still really usable space if you need it to be converted back to a panel van, or you just keep it as a fridge van. If your business is pharmaceutical, chemists, if you operate flower shops or involved in the cake business, anything that you would need to transport as a in a cooling unit, in a refrigerated unit, not a freezer unit, a fridge unit, then it'll be perfect, and it's incredibly well priced. So just moving inside the cab, nice big door pockets, which is quite typical for the electrically operated windows on the driver's armrest. The driver's seat is height adjustable, as is the steering wheel, which is multifunctional and operating Bluetooth and radio functions. The 2 passenger seats are all in good order. Driver's seat's having an armrest as well. 6-speed manual gearbox, which of course is linked to that 2-litre TDCi engine, and expect to have air conditioning, which is fitted. And for the infotainment service, you've got DAB radio, 2 USB ports, one down here by the 12-volt battery you see there, and one just here over the top of the dashboard as well. Remote central locking, and remember, it has manually operated door mirrors, but presented in good order, and as you know, extremely well priced. So just to confirm, this is our Transit Custom. It is the L2H1 refrigerated van with the 2-litre TDCi Euro 6 engine, 105 brake horsepower, finished in frozen white. It is registered August 21 on a 21 plate, has a manufacturer warranty through to August 24, and has done 30,445 miles. Ideally suited to pharmaceutical, flour, cake shops if you're going to keep the fridge unit, but as I've just said earlier in the video, you can have this converted back to a very usable space and a normal panel van use if need be. Okay, look forward to hearing from you.